What's going on, everybody? My name is Seth and you're watching 252 Squad, and in today's video we are going to be back with the new Edge Mustang, the one that was abandoned that we're getting ready to go to pits with. We are doing the body work on the car. It's going to be a spread out video. I didn't film too much because we did get in the pits crunch of getting this thing done. As you can see, it is done, so there's a little sneak peek. But as of today, we are literally leaving tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock to go to pits with this thing, so that gives you a heads up of what's going on. But let's go ahead and get the car inside and get the body working.
1, 2, 3!
Alrighty, so we're back inside with the Mustang, getting ready to start on the body working of the car. And as you can see here, I have the left wheel off, and you know, this arch here is okay, but it does have quite a bit of lip here. And we're going to be running some meaty tires, so I'm going to be rolling this fender. And I've already actually did it on this side because this was my test one, because as you can see, I rolled it up quite a bit in here. And then I'm going to be working on this fender. And just preference, I'm not a body shop and I've never really done this before, so this is going to be very, very interesting. And I got some Harbor Freight tools, so let me show you what I got. So we got the Maddox kit from Harbor Freight. Like I said, I am not a body shop, never have been. And this is just a cheap $50 set that we're going to use on this car. And if it works out, this is great because it cost me 50 bucks. And if it doesn't, I can really not do any worse than what's already got going on back there. So we're going to go ahead and attempt hitting it with some hammers. But first, I think I'm going to do what I know, and that's rolling that fender there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and skip to that, put you on a time lapse, and go ahead and start working on that left-hand fender on this thing. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit carried away. So on the driver's side fender here, I got to rolling it, and this car had actually been in an accident here on this left-hand side. He had hit a deer and it rolled around. And as I was rolling it, a lot of cracking was happening, and I wasn't really used to it. And it turns out actually through here has just a little bit of filler put in it to straighten out this fender. So of course, when I rolled it, it kind of wrinkled it pretty badly. And so what I've been doing here is kind of sanding it down to get it prepped to do a little bit of body work on this side. And when I did that, I got a little carried away with the rest of the car here. And I fixed a few spots where there were some paint chips missing, and a run in the paint. So this entire side here had a really bad run in the paint. So I got that sanded down. Here was like a whole bubble. So I got that sanded down too. Just trying to get it as flush and flat as possible. That way, when the wrap goes on, it actually lays down and adheres properly. I got to put a little bit of Bondo or something in this spot. It's a pretty bad dent here. And I was sanding on that for a while, and I just got to the point I was getting through the body, and it's still pretty bad. So I'm going to have to put some Bondo and smooth that out, probably here too. But I just got to get that fender straightened. And then this fender, I came along here, and I started on trying to get it flush, but the problem is it's a double layer on the inside here. So it's kind of hard. I might actually try to put the fender roller on it and roll a little bit, especially in this region right here, because I got this side pretty straightened out. It's just a little bumpy. I'm gonna have to smooth it inwards. Alrighty, so I got everything straightened up as much as I could, and I actually did go ahead and put the first little skim of Bondo over. I actually wasn't too bad. The only thing that's really rough is this little lip here. I'm gonna have to fill it out. That's gonna be the only big part of Bondo. The rest of it pretty much is just this skimming that I put over it. I have let it harden up, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the first little bit of sanding. I'm only doing a little bit of Bondo, as little of Bondo as I can, just to straighten up the body lines, because I really don't have too much experience with Bondo, and I don't want the car to be full of Bondo. That's my biggest thing, is I want it to look good, but I don't want to be full of Bondo. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and I'll show you the finished results of just this first little pass. Alrighty, so I got a quick update. I've been sanding, but this is where we're at right now. I have a little bit of a divot still right here, and then it's kind of hard to see, but the body line here is still kind of wavy. We're starting to merge it back in right down here and up here. I'm struggling really hard with this crease right here because they got kind of pushed in. So trying to make this body line back is very, very hard. It's just kind of rolling in, versus if I come around to the other side here, you can kind of see that it's kind of got the dip up and then it does that. So I got to figure out a way to get this body line back in on the other side, because like I said, it's kind of got it, but it's more so of a roll right here. Other than that though, it's starting to straighten out pretty well. I really don't have that much Bondo, as you can see, like right even here, and like in other areas you can see the paint starting to come through. So it's really just a skim layer, mainly right in here, but we're working it pretty well. I'm gonna add one more layer, hopefully get everything straightened. Alrighty, so we're back body working the SN95 New Edge here, and I'm taking a break from this fender. Actually, I've been working on it pretty hard. I got it pretty dialed in, but I'm actually going to be working on clearing out some of the clear coat that's peeling off and the paint and stuff like that, getting it ready for wrap, because as you can see, I've already done it, a little test spot on this A pillar here in a candy apple red and the hood skew. So I'm actually going to be focusing on this C pillar back here. As you can see, it's got some clear coat. We're going to try to get all that off and get it ready to be wrapped. So I'm actually going to get into digging into that and body work in this section so it gets ready for wrap. It is absolutely freezing cold outside. It has snowed like 12 inches in North Carolina. And we got to get the body work done on the 2 valve so we can continue wrapping it. And so we're out here in the middle of the snow. Tyler, Sean, big shout out to them. We're going to go do some body work and try to get this thing done. This is insane, but we got 35 days to pit, so. Yeah. So we're currently hard at work sanding. You know, Sean cleaned all the snow off. Tyler's over there. But this dude's throwing snowballs. I knew he was gonna throw it at me.
Oh, damn,
All right, so continuing on body working of the New Edge, we did a lot of sanding and stuff in the last little bit. You can see we're starting to wrap the car because we're in a crunch. We are actually T-minus 3 weeks until pits right now as you're seeing this. So I'm pulling headlights, grill, and a few other things off of this front bumper so we can get it ready for wrap, and a few other goodies that I have going on the car. So all I'm doing right now is just pulling the front end apart and getting it ready for wrap. Alrighty guys, so I'm not gonna lie to you, the body work I haven't been recording because I actually am getting my coworker to do it because he's way better at this than I am, and it's actually starting to look like the car has a fender on it. And as you can see, the wrapping is going on. Sean is doing that because I've been behind the scenes with that car over there, and all of this has to be done in 2.5 weeks because we leave for pits in 2.5 weeks. So right now, content is sparse. We're on a time crunch to get everything done as far as the body work goes. So you can see the next video is going to be wrapping the car, and then we just got to finish this up. So I'm probably not going to put any more body working pretty much in this video. That's probably going to be it for the body working side of things because a lot of it I won't be able to film, and I really just don't have time to get it filmed because of the crunch line we're on. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it as far as the body working video goes. I thank you so much for watching and staying tuned, even though the video is very spread out and not a lot of information, just kind of a little bit of what's going on with the car. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.